This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
What's up, great people? Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Show. My name is Lily, and before we begin, if you haven't already, the day is very near. June 10th, 2023, Healing and Unveiling Your Best Self Conference. Benjamin Zulu, of course, is the star there, and we are all going to converge there and learn and grow. Make sure you sign up if you haven't already. It's going to be at the Utali Hotel. Sign up through the WhatsApp number on your screen, even as we talk about how women take advantage of good men to misuse them.
Yeah, and today we are not talking about those telltale stories of her that she's just taking your money, bus fare money, send me bus fare, and she disappears. And people have been fighting about that cool affair, the bus fare thing.
Yes.
And women are saying, oh, I will eat it if you send it, and all that. And I always told them that if you play stupid games, you win stupid rewards. That's too low vibrational.
Yes.
How much is bus fare? Will it change your life? Will you start hiding from how many people?
Yeah.
And when you see numbers calling and insulting you, you eat money and all that. And you don't dirty fights with people trying to get revenge over 200 shillings.
Yeah. No, we are not on that.
So, don't anticipate us to go there. That's too low,
Okay.
too low vibrational. And even if a few women eat your money disappear, doesn't really distort your life. So today we are talking about what really can affect your life in the long run. And one way women take advantage of good men is to marry you just because of what she can get from you.
Where?
Yes.
That's intense.
Yes. She sees where you can take her, the lifestyle you can give her, the social status you can give her. Many of them marry you because you are such a nice guy. Her family and her girlfriends voted for you overwhelmingly.
Landslide.
Initially, she had doubts about the vibe between you. Some women generally don't hate you. They just don't feel you. I hope men can rise up to that level. Some women are not malicious. They just don't feel you. And because many of them are, you are already old, you keep saying no to men. This is such a good man. If you remain, don't ever tell us. It seems you are not serious. So there are women who pressure this girl because you have appeared on the scene. You're composed, you're cool, you're nice. You make a perfect dad. Sometimes they're projecting the dad you will be.
Yeah.
Not the companion they will be to you. You'll be to each other.
Yes.
Children are an addition, an add-on, if you want.
Yeah.
They are fruit of the marriage. They are not the root.
Right.
They may not come and we still do fine. They may come later, we are still be doing fine. They may leave after they have come. The season, fruit is seasonal, root is not.
Ooh.
Yes, seasonal.
Yes.
Flowers that then goes to spread its own, to grow into its own plants. But us here, we are rooted in the love we have between us.
Okay.
The worst kind of woman is not one who threatens you from the word go and trying to eat your little money. No, that is not your risk in this life.
Wow.
That is not your risk as a man. Your risk is a woman who sees who you are, what you are, and marries you while only loving you for what you bring to her life. The poetry and the mood you bring and the way you swear by and the way you drop everything to come to her aid. You know, some men are just handy, available, helpful.
Yes, by nature.
They'll drop everything and come to your aid. And if I had this man all my life, how easy would my life be? Fixes your car, quarrels with the mechanic who was trying to stress you, takes up your worries, and go. He may not be that poetic, but he makes your life easy, my friend.
Yes. He may croak, but when he sings for you, it does something.
Yeah. I like the poetry.
Yes.
He may not be the poet, but when you look at the attentiveness and the use, that man is hands-on, helpful. What does that do in the long run to the man? To the woman. She may fall in love with the perks, the what you do to her. Because of her one-sided thinking and selfishness, she does not ask, what does this man want himself in a wife? What is he looking for? She does not flip the coin. She doesn't reverse to ask what she has to do to make you happy as a man.
Reciprocation.
Yes. Okay. She doesn't plan on being your partner. She plans on being your project all your life.
Where?
So you have this project to attend to, project to fund, give energy, keep comfort. Men have married projects and they are tired. You know, projects are tiresome, exhausting.
I know. But in the beginning, it seemed to give him drive.
Yes, some men have been oriented and socialized to go for challenge.
Yes.
And anyway, his life has been a challenge, one large challenge.
Oh, one project, a series of projects.
Problems.
Your mother was a project, your siblings, everything was a project.
So when he meets another project,
kusema na kutenda.
So,
to say and to do.
And when you add to the resistance of men to learn, I'm so happy for the men who attend our classes and they're always watching and learning.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for them.
Yeah.
They will avoid a lot of guesswork and pain. So when it comes to marrying as a man, you must flip your thinking. No, I'm not looking for another project. I'm looking for a partner to do projects with.
Okay.
Somebody like me on my level. And because of thinking in terms of project, they take a girl and they take her to school as a project, then to marry her.
Yes.
While she's growing to become an adult and marry you, where are you? You're also growing.
Yes.
You're on a different level.
Yeah.
And while she was needy and you rescued her and went there to kind of enter a deal. Let me pay fees for you, then you become my... Later she realizes that's a bad deal. Because it's like I'm selling my soul for school fees.
Yeah.
And she realizes you knew better, I didn't know better. You took advantage of the situation because you are more powerful financially and all that. And I have the right to walk out or to cheat on you. You know, some of them don't leave. They stay there to make you feel it because they can't afford this lifestyle on their own.
And they don't want to lose it.
Yes. So they stay on the lifestyle. So sometimes a woman has married a project, even when he means well. And you will see men who are very tired. 20 years of fatigue. Married for 20 years, tired for 20 years.
It's tragic.
It is. There are men who are served better by the nanny, by the house help. He has never seen a woman's, his wife serving him cheerfully. We don't justify philandering, but many of them crash on hotel hostesses because that person is just being professional and kind and serving you food, and that's a very rare sight.
Yeah. He never gets it at home.
There's no cheerfulness. This woman never planned on making you happy.
Yeah.
She never planned on building joy and friendship. And whenever she gets a child for you, it's like she's putting you on debt. You better behave. I got your children.
Yeah.
The women will remain on that pedestal for you to continue pampering. That's why men run away. They get tired and they run away.
Wait, that's heavy.
Yes. So she requited, she agreed to your advances, but she did not buy to the dream. Can we help brothers to differentiate the two? Women can accommodate you without subscribing to your life, without signing up, without really bringing her energy to go with you.
Accommodate, comply, those are things that are very endearing to men.
You know sometimes, Lily, some people's career is struggling when they are single. They're struggling to afford basic life. And then here comes a guy who whisks you to another life. Well, how come you live in such a small house? No, I wouldn't. I'm not comfortable. My woman.
Hey. Studio apartment in Kivelesa.
Paid for 6 months.
Where?
And these Victorias are delivering the seats. You can go and choose your choice. They have my card. And
Right.
the flip to a different lifestyle sweeps you. So you agree when emotionally you are not with him. He may not even do the things now. He can just describe what he wants. Sometimes some men don't have the money now. That was our risk. We were warned. Women have learned to monetize dreams in advance. They can quantify what you're likely to be worth 10 years from now.
Network.
It has gotten there. Imagine, they can calculate your potential.
Net worth in 10 years.
Imagine.
Okay.
It got that dangerous. You are talking about gold diggers. Let's warn you about something else. Some women want a driven guy.
Where?
They know with this. Their mothers also help them to lead. Okay, forgive me and the mothers. But I realize women fall back on the advice of their mothers more than men get the advice of any parent.
That is so interesting because sons and mothers are very close.
When it comes to choosing a partner, the daughter and the mother, because the mother is careful about how her journey was. That's why they cry on their wedding. There are usually 2 women crying there, or at least very emotional. The men are just noticing the beauties around. Oh my God, today. You know, the guy is just unveiling. Have you confirmed? Yes, it's the one. Now you can kiss the bride. So the guy is in another cloud 9. The women are in generational transition. The mother knows where this girl is getting to, and she wonders, did I do a good job in preparing this girl? Will she manage it?
Will she make it?
How will it turn out? The girl just say, bye, mom. And say, I wish you well. You get, she's what, can do I have everything? What if, will you be around if I call? Like, can I come home? Can I visit?
Yeah.
So the women are going through a very different dynamic.
Where?
It's a very, so anytime they want to settle a sober woman, when the mother is not the pathological, again, they're pathological mothers, who you can't consult. But when your mother is pathological and unhinged and having her own chaos of her own psychologically, get another mother figure.
Yes.
You need to breastfeed from their wisdom.
Yes.
To save yourself the many years of putting together the lessons, mentorship helps you shorten the time it takes to figure out what works. In fact, they say if they multiplied, it's about, takes you a third the time with a mentor than you would have when you're alone. If you go alone, it takes you 3 times to figure out one lesson. If you have a person to help you, and then you can customize it to your, because some principles are universal. Even if your personality is how, they're just universal principles. For example, the president you set will be almost impossible to change. So you can let some things slide early in marriage without realizing that now that is the new normal for the rest of your marriage. And you may be merciful and good-hearted, but it doesn't work that way. The moment you lower the standard, to lift it is impossible. When they construct, they tell you after we set the foundation, we are gone. Now the whole compound, in terms of drainage, when you're building the house, just think of the house. But how to drain the whole compound versus the neighbor where the level will be. And where will you drain? Which, if you don't think that way, you have to pay a lot of money to raise everything or dig everywhere. Tilt this one, this rainwater, storm water, flood. So marriage is like that. When you're putting a foundation, think of the whole dynamic. What are you letting slide? What are you allowing? What are you talking like? Are you too appeasing? Are you too, sometimes women are marrying a man who they know very well. They have not rolled their sleeves to build him, pour into him. They don't even know what he wants. They just know he's a good guy.
Okay.
So that's one way. Right. The second way is, some women don't go as far as marrying you, by the way. This group is more sly. They date you hoping to get a child by you. That generation is increasing more. There are women who are saying, I can accommodate a child now, I have enough, I have money, my age is okay for it, and I just raise a child, and you know, I don't know how the marriage story will go, and as I wait, in the meantime, you know, I need to, so they heap up some reasons there.
Yeah, and they make sense until you put them like that.
So, but now in getting the child, they also sly.
Okay.
They don't get it with the rider down there, who might just ride away after.
Oh.
They get a stable man. He might even have an existing family, but you have been hitting on her, or you feel like, and she just needs to charm you a little bit. Some men are not hitting on women; it's them who are being hit. In fact, when you're not interested, that's when they come. When a guy has a composed life, he's polite. Some women want to prove. So she realizes you have good genes.
Yes.
And you can't run away. You have a life going on.
Yeah.
And they have a way to enter your life with all this sweetness and saying they have a way to flatter you.
Unawares.
Yes. To get your child knowing that child will go to the best schools, that child will have all this lifestyle, that child, and some of these women already have money. It's very difficult to explain. It really racked my, we used to go by this theory, they want your money, until I saw a group that has their own money already.
So what do they want?
I came to realize it's a very twisted maternal desire to get a child and not to have to spend on the child.
Oh.
Some women have money and they won't spend it. They want to get it to the person who can pay everything.
Okay.
So today you have people who, baby daddy and the baby mama, there is no meeting point. When you look at them, how did you have this child? Imagine it was that initial chemistry of people and all that, just superficial.
Yeah.
But the woman was cunning, knowing what the calculation she has in mind. But men can't read women. She may be composed or going to church or so you misread her. You think she can't.
You know, and also this thing is in the Bible, because there's a place where the Bible says there will be 7 women looking for one man, and they just want
to be associated.
To be associated.
They'll pay I have my house, I have my life.
Don't even marry me.
You know.
But and I've seen that today. There's a popular woman who came in to the life of a man who was already married with his own family, and she took over the show. Like if you see her profile picture, it's her and that man and the children.
And she has a career. She has a name.
She has everything.
Even better than the guy. The guy is just an artist trying to come up.
Yes.
You have a national name.
Yes.
So that is a group I'm talking about. It can baffle you.
What is she looking for?
Very good. So many of them wanted that association of that they're also woman enough, they can get a man, eh?
Okay.
But they don't want the enclosure of getting married, eh? You know, getting married is sacrificial, eh? You have to give up a lot of things and confine yourself. So many of them find it confining.
Yeah.
But to prove their twisted femininity, they don't care what you suffer with their wife over there. You better cooperate, otherwise.
Yeah.
They hold you because they have little to lose.
Yeah.
They behave like a terrorist. You play around, they get you another child. You saw the drama?
Yeah.
While coming to see the first one, it began to rain.
There's no.
She was actually sick and she injured her leg. Would you mind massaging her leg? It's painful. And would you mind and even cooking you nice food and saying, I'm very sorry, the stress I caused you, I wish I could. And then you melt for the sorry. And she's aiming at the jugular.
You start reconciling.
So men are yet to learn that side of women.
Okay.
Yet the moment woman gets to that, and she's not aggressive, that's a hard side. When you describe women who hurt men expect she will come with a gun. The guns of women are different. So the weapons they use play on your feelings. By the time you realize what happened, you're already in.
Yeah.
And especially when you have talked so much, she knows what you like and she can play this string and the other one. So the second way, I want to warn men, especially men who have a tomorrow. The men who live for today for pleasure, And those women don't even want him because he has no heart, doesn't care. You just kick and go.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but the men who look like they're going somewhere, you know, as they neared Emmaus, he appeared like he was going on to Jerusalem, going forth. Some people are just going this town, this destination, this pleasure, this day, just this enough, just here.
Yeah.
That's not what these women are looking for. It's a man who is talking about a factory he's trying to set up in Kakamega, in his hometown. He noticed that there's no flour mill. And why are those people grinding their maize using the hand? And I realized I have a colleague who works for the Japanese manufacturers, and actually he said he can give me 6 months. This guy is talking about a huge thing
that she doesn't even understand, but she knows there's a thing there. It's a gold mine.
Girls, because we talk a lot when you fall in love. Men talk a lot.
Yes.
And she can hear where this guy is, the kind of money he's talking about.
Yeah.
You just have to play along, but this is another game.
Yeah.
This is another game. And then, because these men are not wise, he is not sharing with his wife. Remind men, you're only safe at home. You are only safe at home. One reason we don't have millionaires is because soon they start bidding, they expose themselves to predators.
Yeah.
They are preyed upon. When they are doing the business trips, they get a work colleague, not their wife.
Yeah.
A woman, there is chemistry and all that. They end up distracted, and this person can see by the time you're flying for your own things. Flying is not for everybody daily thing. You must have something going on. And you're not saying some people can't fake, but if you fake, you can't sustain it.
Yeah.
A person is a regular flying, exposed to other cultures, businesses, most likely they have a vision. Most likely they are capable, you know, unless they're being sent over there and themselves are not growing. But if you notice a person who can engineer things and get them going between nations, between countries, what are they capable of, you know? So men, I want to warn us that don't think of just short term, the sex tonight. The woman can just accompany you knowing there'll be a lot of temptation that night and there will be an opportunity.
Yes.
And she can be afraid. Me, I'm panicky when there's thunderstorm, there's panic. She can't sleep alone. And
Can't sleep.
she just sleep on that chair. And it's so many mosquitoes here. We can share this. So, by the time you realize the game, you feel foolish.
I like what you once said, that there are energies that sponsor those con games, because on that night her room will not have a mosquito net and yours has a mosquito net, and that can be the only thing that she uses.
And the hotel informs you, unfortunately, the one who brings the nets is gone and the other rooms are full. Would you mind if you just in the morning? The first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
That's too late.
Too late.
You know?
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to see you go and sleep in the car. I'm so sorry, I better even go. And how is she dressed at that time? Night dress. So,
in her full glory.
Far away, where temptations are rife.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Maybe she's the one who went to book the hotel and she said, imagine these guys are full. They just have one double. It's a one, but two beds, but same. And then we have stories late into the night and I don't know why, all this and sitting on the bed and dozing. When your brothers narrate to you how it got there, it sounds like a fairy tale, proper fairy tale.
Yeah.
But it happened.
It sounds God ordained. It's like God made it happen.
Coincidence after coincidentally. How many coincidences, brother?
Yeah.
Does that tell you something? One of our warnings we had is that when we have too many good coincidences, leading you to the temptation, you have this crush you have always crushed on, and at the time you arrive town, she also happens to be in town and has no plan for the evening. Do you have a plan? What do you suggest?
The thing has brought itself to the brother.
You know?
Yeah.
And you know very well your body will be fighting you. You can't compose yourself with that person. So, those who have a dream, those who have somewhere to go as brothers, stop thinking about smashing. Forget it.
Okay.
One guy said his rescue is how he involves his wife wherever he goes.
Yes.
He said he tours, but whenever the companies are sending him, he always says, myself and my wife, ticket for two.
Yes.
Ticket for two. even if it's a company thing, I'm a family person, that's part of my personal preferences. And that's how you operate. Take it or leave it. When he cannot go with her wherever, the phone call, the communication and all that, and the children, the perspective of who he is goes with him to the dark chambers of the night room where he's sleeping, the lonely places where he's traveling. When he says he realized temptations are out there, but when you carry the people who matter to you there, the temptations have no space.
Right.
In fact, people come to realize you have a strong chain link fence. Can't even pop in, you know. And the third way women take is to date you for years, keeping you hoping but never granting you any commitment.
Why?
They say like, I'll tell you when I'm ready. So I'll tell you, I'll tell you, I'll tell you, I'll tell you, I'll tell you. They're stringing you along, hoping to find someone they really love. But you're such a resourceful person. You're so caring, you're attentive, and you're given crumbs. So you're challenged to try more. You continue falling in love with her in unavailability, thinking it's a challenge for you. Trying hard, buying her this, buying the other, attempt. Over time, what happens? Collapse. Years go, and you realize, this is the only woman I've ever known, let me just try and marry her. So you marry out of fatigue, not choice.
Yeah.
Marry out of exhaustion. So a woman can use you both financially, emotionally, time-wise, energetically for so long until you think she's the only one you know. And she just acts like, I'm not sure, time goes, and you're both mature, I'm trying to heal from this, deal.
Yeah.
You should leave her to deal and go on with those who are ready.
Yeah.
Yes.
There are these people that are called codependent.
Yes.
And their need for this man, and if it's a woman, their need for that, if it's a man, their need for that woman is genuine. And they're hardworking people, disciplined, well brought up. How do you tell that this person is codependent and not actually in love with me, or not actually out to be my partner, and they're just in need?
And I hope we elaborate that when you are codependent, you need to heal. So even if we call it genuine, we just mean it's sincere, but it's because you have an unmet need in you. So by codependent, we mean people who need validation to function.
Yeah.
External validation. They're so dependent on company dependent, that they cannot motivate themselves without a person just there. And sometimes the connection is so sick, but they still maintain it. Something bad is worse than nothing, is better than nothing for them.
Yeah.
And even if it's crushing them, killing them, it's still better. It's okay. I can manage. It's okay. It's okay. So that it's okay. Part of why you realize these people linger on for that long, because they don't have a diagnosis. We talked about the other time how to know that how to heal when you're hurting. And you said hurting is not always an ache. It's a deficiency that creates a pattern in your life.
Okay.
Just a pattern.
Yeah.
How come I'm always?
Yeah.
That becomes so disturbing, destabilizes your life, becomes so, off. It just dysregulates your life. So part of why you can tell is these two ways. The person talks like they derive energy for life from you. A healthy relationship, what you derive from that person is the romantic, the rhythm, the cheering each other on, they pour into you, you pour into them. A codependent will threaten suicide. If a person can end their life because you're not in their life, do they have a life without you? No. If a person can threaten, I'll do something drastic, that sometimes they don't specify, but they threaten, do they have a life without you?
No.
Learn the two. And many times you may miss thinking it's love. It's an attachment that is helpless, and it's a healing they need. Even if you marry them, you feel possessed, claustrophobic,
Crowded.
yes,
Okay.
And you feel like you are a fix. You're not really loved. You're not chosen.
Okay.
You're objectified. You don't feel seen as a human.
Is it okay to leave a codependent?
You should leave. Never date sick people. Another language men use is, if you don't give me, you'll get it from another place. He's codependent on women for sex. He can't exist on his own.
Okay.
So sex is a fix for him. It's not love. It's not intimacy. And he can't even control himself. He's addicted to company of women.
Right.
And us go to masturbation and say, because I was not getting it from you. You can't restrain yourself. You are so codependent on sexual stimulation. That's a sick person. And if they don't heal, just know that you are facilitating an addiction. You are a drug of choice.
You volunteered yourself.
And usually feel empty.
Okay.
You don't feel nourished. True love and sex that is love, passion driven, fills you with life.
Right.
The other one, when you are being sucked, you feel empty.
Right.
You feel
drained.
yes. They were sucking the life out of you.
Okay.
They were using you to feel better.
What if you want to help them?
You help them as a friend.
Not as a lover.
Don't marry. If they fall into addictions when you're married, you work through it together. But if they're already in it, addicted to company, that's one reason people have never been single. They're addicted, codependent. They can't face existence on their own. Self-esteem is dependent on validation. The moment you notice those two things, you can help, but help cannot be forced. By definition, help is voluntary assistance. As you work on something, I give you a push.
Okay.
If they're not working, even if you push, it won't change.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. And yet another insightful show. But all this and more will be on the June 10th, 2023 conference coming up very, very soon. Very few days left to the conference. Make sure you sign up through the WhatsApp number on your screen. I'll see you there. That's it for now. Bye.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Months. We're converging to learn together, because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life,